Political Bomb Show, starring Blyden.
Welcome to another exciting week of Political Bomb Show. I'm your host, Blyden. If you'd like to sound off, give us a call, 858-233-9337, 858-233-9337. Many things to talk about today, folks. Many things that went on this past week that needs to be mentioned. First, I want to talk about John Kerry, who so-called served in Vietnam, and Nancy Pelosi. They're trying to marginalize the Tea Party. We must not fall prey to that. They're saying we should not have equal airtime. Why do you suppose he would want that, or they would want that? Because we're effective. The Tea Party is getting the word out there, and they're scared. You see, they have an agenda, ultimately, New World Order, utopia. I refuse to live in that fag Utorpa's bowl. Excuse me, I can't even pronounce it. Don't even want to live in it. Can't even pronounce it. Never mind that. But anyway, yeah, they're out there saying that the Tea Party shouldn't have equal time. And that's what their ultimate goal is. Why do you think they put that kill switch on the internet? It's to marginalize and to get rid of their opposition. That's why they did it. Saw an article that said that they're spying on activists on Facebook and Twitter. Well, spy away. It's not legal, but you're not going to stop me. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. I'm not going to shut up. I'll find ways to get my word out there. So, keep on trying to promote a lie, but the truth always prevails. That's just how it is. The truth always prevails. And what about that fat cow, Oprah Winfrey? Moo. I mean, talk about, how do they put it? Talk about cutting your nose off to spite your face. Here we have a billionaire. She's in the private sector. That's how she earned her billions. She's in the private sector. This woman, she supports someone who's definitely against how she made her billions. Yet in 2012, she announced that she's gonna support him. I mean, who's gonna even watch her new show on cable anyway? You're a has-been, you old cow. I mean, I really thought about it, and I mean, Michael Savage, he's just so correct when he says that liberalism is a mental disorder. Because this woman, why would she, support someone like that? It doesn't make any sense, does it? But maybe it do make sense. Maybe there's another reason. Let's remember, people, they're both from Chicago and they both attended that Reverend Wright church. So she's got the same brainwash mental disorder as Barack Obama does. And of course, the most obvious reason is that she's a racist. She's a racist. She's supporting him because he's black. That's the reason. There could be no other reason for you to do that. You're going to end up from riches to filth because you support this Marxist, Leninist idiot. I don't know what your problem is, but you really need to go on Slim Fast so the swelling in your brain could be alleviated, so you could understand that what you're doing is nonsense and BS. And there's so much things to talk about here. Now, Michael Savage, I was listening to his show the other night, and he said something that made so much sense to me. Of course, they would never ever permit that to happen, but think about this. Think about this for a second. Here you have someone who's on welfare or they're in the system and the government is supporting them. You following me so far? You with me? Alright, so here comes election time, and there's a candidate that's on the Democrat side. He's a liberal, and he's going to give them more free money to stay into the system longer. Then you have a conservative system a conservative candidate on the other side who wants to lessen that. Who do you think he's going to vote for? He or she is going to vote for. So what he was proposing was anyone in the system like that should not be able to vote until they're out of the system. And that makes perfect sense, because it's pretty much, it's tainted. Because you damn well know that anyone is in the system and they know that they're going to continue living free because they're a lazy bum, they're going to vote for the liberal. They're going to vote for the liberal, because the liberal is going to empower them to stay home and sit down and watch Oprah. Well, she doesn't on TV anymore, but watch I'm Not the Father, whatever show that is. Watch those type of shows, because they're trash. They're trash. So I say that we should start to call our congressmen and women and tell them that they need to change the law. Obviously, they're not going to listen to us. Prime example is healthcare. We didn't want Obamacare, but they gave us the finger, and they said, the hell with the American people. You're getting it. You don't know what's good for you. That's essentially what they're telling us. Unfreaking real. What else? Alright, this is a good point here. I want you to listen to me real close. Really closely. When George W. Bush was in office, he had roughly 212 limos. 212, that's a lot, but still. I want you to understand how much Obama has. He has over 400 limos, and it's costing us $4.2 million each limo. Let me repeat that again. Obama has 400 limos, and it's costing us $4.2 million every limo. And he's always talking about the rich, and he wants to marginalize and give away the rich's money. Sir, why do you have double the limousines as W. Bush did? It's costing us $4.2 million, sir. Why do you need 400? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he has unwanted people in the White House. What is your mother-in-law doing living in the White House? Can anyone answer me that question? It's for the President and the First Lady and their children. What in the hell is the mother-in-law doing living in the White House? And this is what kind of people you have. It was his 50th birthday maybe 2 days ago. And you know what? They knew that it was wrong. If they didn't know it was wrong, they would have allowed pictures and videos to be taken. They didn't allow any videos or pictures to be taken. Why? They said it would look bad. Of course it looks bad. You're out there partying it up while the American people are suffering? You ignorant bastard. We really need to contact our congressmen and women. They're home for the August recess. Let's bombard them with many calls and go and see them in the town halls and let them know how we feel. We have to do that. Another thing that really bothers me. I was listening to Alex Jones' show. He basically uncovers a lot of these conspiracy theories. And one that really bothered me was about Obama making a legal gun grab, taking guns away from law-abiding citizens. If you just go to my website, you can follow that story. Just go to politicalbombshow.zzl.org, click on top news story, and you will see it there. But that just that infuriated me. Another thing that infuriated me was I was reading on the what is that website? I can't even think of it right now. So much in my mind. Hold on. It'll come to me. But anyway, I was reading that hundreds and hundreds of black mobs were attacking white people, and it's obviously it was organized. They would go right past the black people and go straight to the white people and started like almost beating them, doing a riot type thing. So on the Blaze, that's the website. On the Blaze, I swear I saw that, and it really angered me. Really angered me. Because how would you feel if you were black and a whole bunch of white? You know what? If it was reverse role and a whole bunch of white people were attacking the black people, it would be hell to pay the. It would be all over the media, mainstream media. Racist white people attack blacks, but I don't hear anything in the mainstream media on this. Nothing. Zero zip, zilch, nada. You tell me that they don't have an agenda? It's just as bad as the black people are attacking the whites or the whites attacking the blacks. So racism is racism. Whether or not you're black and a racist or you're white and a racist, it's still racist and it's still against the law, and something should be done about that. But the mainstream media, they have nothing to say. Zero zip, zilch, nada. Angers me. I can't even, it just angers me. Oh boy, what else is on my mind? This is another point I wanted to bring across here. I mean, I do have liberal friends too, but this irritates me that how they're all the same. I mean, they all have this same thing in common. I would try to tell them common sense, and they wouldn't listen to me. They would just block me out, Obama, Obama, and just start acting like an idiot. You can't, I mean, Rush Limbaugh, when he said that you can't argue with an idiot, he's right about that. You can't. Because I try to tell them the truth. Like, for instance, I want you to hear me on this. Obama, in 3 years, he racked up a deficit of $5 trillion. That's more than all the other presidents put together. Maybe you didn't hear that. In 3 years, he's racked up $5 trillion in debt. Why don't you call the White House and ask him how is it possible that he racked up $5 trillion in debt, and that has nothing to do with the Bush deficit being passed on to him, and he's trying to fix it. That's BS. I think Bush in his 8 years was only $2 trillion. In 8 years. In 8 years, it took him $2 trillion. I'm not saying he's conservative. He was like a liberal Republican, but what I'm saying is that he only racked up $2.2 trillion in his 2 terms. Obama haven't even finished 1 term, and he's at $5 trillion. Even a kindergartner could do the math on that and see that it's way out of whack. I mean, do you honestly think that this guy is trying to help the United States of America? I seriously doubt that.